I enjoy barbecuing on a nice summer day and had some friends over. We did some barbecuing, and I put on some Billy Joel. It was only fitting. I was listening to Billy Joel yesterday when the news hit that the New York Knicks' lack of relevance had reached a peak. Had absolutely supernovaed all of the Dolan wormholes that I've gone down and have earned a reputation for despising the owner of the New York Knicks. They supernovaed all the gravitational pull of all the Dolan wormholes supernovaed yesterday as I was listening to Billy Joel. And it's only interesting that I was doing that because, with all due respect to everyone from Long Island, everyone from the 516 area code out there on Long Island, great part of New York State, and Brooklyn and Queens is on the island, and it's part of New York City at the very westernmost tip. In the history of Long Island, there has not been but only one individual or entity on Long Island that the rest of New York City considers its own. Not the Jets, not the Mets, even the Islanders when that drive for five and they were dominant. All of New York City didn't call them theirs. The only one I could think of that all of New York City from Long Island considers New York City, Billy Joel.
Yep.
Okay? Certainly not the Nets. Even when the Nets had Dr. Frickin' J. New York City did not consider the Nets part of New York City. Eventually, they weren't even part of New York State. As we all know, they moved to New Jersey.
Piscataway.
And Brendan Byrne Arena.
Brendan Byrne.
Okay? They played there. Even when they had the great Drazen Petrovic. Nets weren't considered part of New York City. New York City doesn't, even when the Nets moved to Brooklyn and called themselves the Brooklyn Nets, all of New York City did not consider the Nets a city entity. They're a non-entity. Non-entity in New York City for decades. Not anymore. And who's to blame for that? You bet. James Dolan. James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, even when they sucked the worst, they could still sit back and say, we play in Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, where all the greats come and respect. Yes, we have the Garden, we have the history, and what else? Where else do you have to go? There's no other game in town, which is why when they have the worst record, worst winning percentage in the NBA over the last 20 seasons, since James Dolan took over the Knicks, a record of 672 and 952, it still were the Knicks. And celebrities showed up because there was no other game in town, and he acted like it. It's why he could accuse fans of being drunks. It's why he could tell fans enjoy watching the game on TV and leave them for his security guard, Kevin. And he can have Kevin and all of the Kevins kick Charles Oakley's ass out of the arena and let him rot in jail overnight because all the fans, the suckers, will still show up because there's no other game in town. And every other team that has a similar situation in their town having the upper hand over another franchise in the same sport knows never let them off the mat. Never. It's why the Yankees are always trying to make sure the Mets are down. It's why every Yankee fan was so nervous during the 2000 World Series because the Mets could finally have the upper hand by beating the Yankees in a World Series. It's why the Giants will never try and let the Jets up off the mat. It's why the Cubs won't let the White Sox off the mat. It's why the Lakers go and get LeBron James and acquire Anthony Davis because they know the Clippers are a threat. They have the owner, they have the coach. They're soon going to have their own arena. They know, even when they're accused of being a dumpster fire, they know, don't let the Clippers off the mat. Dolan let the NBA and NFL drafts go from his arenas. NBA draft used to be Madison Square Garden, the Felt Forum every year. Nope. Now it's in the home of the Nets. NFL draft used to be in Radio City Music Hall. Nope. Now it's a traveling road show. Now the Nets have the players the Knicks wanted. Now the Nets have been crowned by the A-list of the NBA in Durant and Kyrie Irving. No, Dolan, we're not taking your money. No, Dolan, we're not coming to you. We'd rather go to a Nets franchise that hasn't captured the imagination of a single New Yorker ever. Now we're going to the Nets. Now Dolan has ruined the Knicks to the point where fans are going to go to Brooklyn. They're actually going to take a train to go to Brooklyn and see this team. All the celebrities, James, that are afraid to call you out because they want to go to your games, they're not going to give a damn anymore. All the celebrities with their kids, the kids are going to go say, do we want to see Durant and Kyrie tonight? Or do we want to make sure Julius Randle is meshing well with RJ Barrett? Nope. You ruined it. You. Look in the mirror, James, and sell the team. Take your billions and go. It's you. Your fault. You have the right coach. Even chose maybe the good general manager. Even that's not good enough. It's you. You are toxic. You are terrible. You are rich. You could do whatever the hell you want. Leave the Knicks alone. They're a New York institution that you personally have ruined. It is time to take the car keys away from James Dolan. And fans, it's on you to keep the pressure on and not show up. Go to the beautiful new Barclays Center and see what the Nets are cooking. Because it ain't in Madison Square Garden anymore. It's over and needs to be rebuilt. Because James Dolan, it's now time for you to be sent home, banished from the Garden, and you watch it on TV. That's my Dolan wormhole for the day. Take the keys away from James Dolan. It's time. The Nets are the team in town. I can't believe I'm saying it into a microphone and it's true. From Long Island, you got Billy Joel and the Nets. Thanks, James Dolan. At least you got Billy Joel. That's great. And Barbara Streisand. And Julius Randle.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.